Hello everyone, Skits here and welcome to episode 21 of Following Gasmask Weekly. I hope you enjoyed this video and thank you for watching. First mod I have for you is called Pushabilator by Irving. This mod allows you to push people. That's right. But first thing you should do is go to your apparel menu and select Pushabilator. There you have to select hotkey for actual pushing and all the other menus that I will go through later. Now that you get your hotkey selected, we can go and push some people over. So as you can see on screen right now, push basically has a knockdown effect. When you will push your enemies, they will kind of fall on the ground, stagger, and then you can attack them with your weapon or with your fists. You can do this push with both weapons out and when holstered. And it can be a very useful way to, for example, start a fight when you are sneaking to your enemy. Now let's take a look at other menus I mentioned. First one is the strength menu. There you can select how strong will the push be. The most realistic one is probably the one where you set the strength on 5, because that will just push the enemy on the ground a little bit. Where I for example tried 50 strength, the enemy almost flew through half of a free side. So it's kinda unrealistic if you put it too high. Then we have failure chance. If you will select for example 1 out of 10, the chance to fail the push is very low, but for example if you put it on 9, there is a high chance that push will fail, but the enemy will still attack you or anyone that you try to sneak up on. So that makes pushing a little bit more risky. Then we've got the strength check that can be turned on or off. If your strength is equal to or below the target's endurance, you cannot push them. If your strength is higher than the target's endurance, you can push them. And even if you fail the push, the action points will still be consumed. I also forgot to mention that the actual push also takes the action points, so it is not just a free push that you can do. I personally really like this mod. It was a lot of fun playing with it, especially when I set the strength all the way up. The enemies just flew out of map. And it was fun, but it also has you can kinda use it in a normal gameplay, but like I said, you sneak up on enemy, you push them and then you can just shoot them with your gun. But if you fail the push, you know, they can just straight attack you and you will lose your moment of surprise. So it's kind of balanced, and that is basically all I gotta say about this mod. I hope you will enjoy it. I did, and you should go ahead and download it. Next up we have Blood Transfusion by the strict Nein. This mod aims on making blood packs a lot more useful. In Fallout 3, when you met your first vampire underground, he could teach you how to suck blood out of blood packs and make them a useful healing item. But in Fallout New Vegas they basically have no point, since they only heal 1 health point, and like I said, they are useless. With this mod on, however, you can turn them into blood transfusion. For blood transfusion to work, you will need 90 medicine, 2 blood packs, 2 surgical tubings, 1 empty syringe and 1 glass pitcher. Now after you will create your transfusion, it will be added to your inventory. Right now you can see the statistics of blood transfusion on screen. It adds 5 health points for 1 minute, and it lowers your endurance and strength by 2, and it also cures any animal poison. The reason for harsh penalties is to add a little bit of realism to the transfusions, since if you would have a blood transfer in real life, you would probably be weakened for quite a lot of time. So in game you get the penalty to your special skills, so that you won't use this blood transfusion in the middle of battle, and you can't really rely on it, and it is best to use after the battle when you're already kinda healing yourself up, and it is especially useful in hardcore mode where Stimpaks doesn't heal you immediately, but they heal over time. Now I personally enjoy this mod. It makes blood packs a lot more useful, it is realistic, and there's nothing really you can lose with this mod, so I definitely recommend it and you should go ahead and install it. Moving on, we have Shadow's Gasmask breeding mod by Shadow0011. This mod creates an invisible item that you can wear over any armor, and it will create breathing sound effects. You can find this headgear in Good Springs gas station. Now there is not much to say about this mod. It is mainly for immersive purposes, when you for example wear headgear and use Project Nevada and you can't hear your breath, which you would probably most likely hear in real life. So that's what this mod is mainly about kind of adding a little bit of realism to the game. So let me just play a small sample of the sound itself. Breathing also intensifies when your health points go below 33%, but I unfortunately did not manage to kinda pull that off in game, and it did not work for me. But otherwise this is a great immersive mod and I definitely recommend it. Now let's take a look at 2 mods by Someguy 2000. First let's take a look at new content to New Vegas Bounties 2. In June, Someguy 2000 updated his New Vegas Bounties 2 with 4 new quests. For that reason, he also released the save game of James Murphy. for reviewers like me or for people who just want to get to new content without playing through New Vegas Bounties 2 again. So that is also the save game I'll be using through this review. If you will start the game with James Murphy, you will already have those 4 quests in your quest log. All you have to do then is follow the instructions. Each one of these new quests touches different topic, from child abductions to good old fiend killing. Quests also offer new enemies, new dialogues, new locations for you to explore, but they still share the fact that they are bounties. Now, without spoiling too much, I have to say that Someguy did again a very good job, especially with background for each one of these quests. Each one of the backgrounds is very different, and my personal favorite one is probably The Last Laugh, where you have to catch a psycho that likes to abduct children. If you play through New Vegas Bounties 2, you will also encounter, I think, one character that you already met before, so you can look forward to that. And generally, these 4 new quests are a nice addition to New Vegas Bounties series, and if you never played New Vegas Bounties before, I think that now is perfect time. Second mod from Someguy 2000 is called King of the Ring. First thing you should do is definitely not believe a description, because this mod doesn't offer 200 hours of gameplay, but instead 2000. Alright? So make sure you don't believe the description, because it is lying. Anyhow, you can start this quest mod, you could say, by going to Dempsey's gym in Westside. There you can meet with this funny guy called Dempsey that will insult you a lot, and I kinda like that. It's not like I like being insulted, but at least it's a different character for all those other characters that are very kind to you, and I just don't think that's realistic. After you have a nice little chat with him and select your name, that can be either the Kid or Rimjob, a totally great decision. You can start boxing. After getting your opponent by talking to Dempsey again, you will be teleported to the boxing ring, and there you will fight your opponent in a fist fight. After you will defeat your opponent, you will be teleported to the dressing room, and after that you can go again to Dempsey, collect your earnings, get insulted, and then try to win another match by talking to Dempsey again, and then it just repeats itself over and over again. I personally think that this mod is something new, something I never saw before. I mean, I never actually saw any kind of boxing mod before. If there is any, just let me know in the comments, but I personally haven't saw any. And I really did enjoy this one, it was fun to play with it. Dempsey is one hell of a character, I really do like him. And yeah, there are tons of references to Ultra's Breach in this mod as well, so if you're a fan of him, you will have fun. And even if you're not a fan of him, which is a shame, you will still have fun, because boxing is fun. And if you are not a skilled unarmed fighter, then I suggest you not try this mod, because you will get owned by Purcell and Johnny, and that would be a shame. Anyhow, great mod, Someguy 2000, I really did enjoy it. For guys that think that since this is Someguy 2000 mod, there will be a lot of scripting, quests, plot twists, there won't be any. But nevertheless, it is still very good mod, and you should go ahead and try it out. Now let's take a look at Army of 2 Ballistic Mask by Mattosich. This mod adds 18 new Army of 2 masks into the game. You can find them on Viper Gunslingers and Jackal gang members. This mod originally came out for Fallout 3, and now it was ported, and there are also 6 new additional masks created for it. As you can see, each one of masks has different design. There is Jason Voorhees mask, there is Call of Duty mask, there is Iron Man mask, there is Raider mask, and a lot more different designs, so you can pick up your favorite one. I don't think I showed you all of them, because I only killed around 12 or 15 Viper members that had masks, so I think this is not a full showcase. I'm sorry about that, but due to time restraints I wasn't able to kind of find all of them. But even those that I found, I really did enjoy. My favorite one is probably the Fuck Off Raider mask or the Deathstroke mask. I really did like those, and generally all these masks look beautiful. They have a different design, kind of different theme. If you are kind of familiar with comics or just film culture, you will probably know most of them. And yeah, that's basically all I gotta say about these masks. They do look good, and if you like Army of 2 masks, then you should go ahead and download it. And at the end I have 2 weapon mods for you. First one is TUS66 by Millenia, Sam61 and Naky. You can find this weapon as always in Doug Mitchell's house. This time it is under his gurney. As you can see, it comes with custom model and textures. The textures look beautiful, they have a lot of details, they are rusty, not very shiny, and just generally Millenia did again great job. I really have nothing to kinda complain about on Millenia's weapons. They always look great. So let's move on to mods. There are two mods for this weapon. First one is called Sound of Stock and second one is Sound of Barrel. And they will basically turn this shotgun into Sound of Shotgun. I personally don't really like the modded version. I prefer the long version, since when you drop the short version on the ground it kinda looks like a toy gun for me. At least to me it looked like that. But even then it still looks pretty good, better than most of the vanilla weapons. And yeah, in first person even the shortened version looks great, in third person as well. It's just on the ground, it looks kinda goofy, but otherwise it is great. In combat it was a little bit overpowered. I tried it during the New Vegas Bounties quests I tried, and it was a little bit overpowered. I mean, it shot fiends and anyone in one shot, even when they were far away, so I think it needs a little bit of nerf, but otherwise it is a great weapon. And I definitely recommend it as always as any Millenia's weapon. Again, great job guys. And the last mod I have for you is called Catalyst AAS by MAIBATSU. Yet another great weapon. You can obtain this weapon by crafting it at workbench using riot shotgun, service rifle and 3 scrap metal. When you will craft the weapon, also the 3 modifications will craft as well. This weapon is not based on any real life model. The MAIBATSU kinda created the model by himself without any real inspiration. But to me it kinda looks similar to Saiga 12. I'm not saying that it's bad, I think I'm just comparing it to some real life model. I still really do like it. As you can see, it comes with custom textures. The model is custom like I mentioned. The textures look great. They are just like on Millenia's weapons, they are not way too shiny, but they are still high res and look great on a weapon. The modded weapon looks amazing as well. I think it looks, this time it actually looks a lot better than the normal one. As you can see, you've got the shells on the side now, there is a little scope there, and it just kinda looks a little bit more modern. In combat, it was again a little bit too strong. It is a shotgun just like those. And yeah, I'm not sure if just the fiends are so weak or if I have a low difficulty, but it just one-shotted almost everyone as well. But it was a little bit weaker than the DOS 66, but the problem here is that it has 8 shots in the magazine, so that kinda made it overpowered. But otherwise a great weapon that I definitely recommend. And yeah guys, I guess that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did. Tell me what you think about it in the comments. Subscribe for more Fallout, Skyrim, Daisy and Stalker content. Don't forget to add me on Steam Origin and like my Facebook page and follow me on Twitter. And I will see you next time.